What you know about rolling down in the down in the what you know about rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, don't be loving this.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up, guys?
So a
How's everybody
little different intro tonight.
I love it. Brad, Brandon, how are y'all?
Good.
We've been trying to get this for a while.
Yeah.
We are so thankful you guys decided to join us. I don't think I could have joined at a better time. NBA playoffs are starting, so we got a lot to talk about. But so kind of when we talked the other day, I'm sorry, we talked about kind of how we did our polls, and so we threw up a poll today. And I don't know about you, but it was a little closer than I had thought that it was going to be. It's kind of like what I told you guys. The consensus that I got is it's probably 60-40 in favor of KD.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said off screen, I didn't vote. I don't think Dustin voted. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, what's up?
Did both of you vote, or did either of you vote?
Yeah,
you did vote.
I did vote, but I'll tell you one thing. I would really like to hear the fellow OKC fan up there. I want to hear his opinion because this is more
first?
his thing.
Yeah, you're the OKC guy. You have to.
I gotta go first. All right, man.
Hey, Terry, how are you?
Oh, it's Papa. What's up?
What's going on, Dean? How are y'all?
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You sound golden, man.
Man, I keep cutting out. I think on my end, it was just
the
me.
Wi-Fi. It's the
hotel
Wi-Fi,
Gotta love the hotel Wi-Fi.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
this was
North
a tough
Carolina.
one, guys. I mean, being an OKC fan. What's that?
It's North
Can you hear me?
Carolina too, so I mean,
Yeah.
Hold on, let me do something. How about you guys start? I'm gonna try to fix
all right,
something.
fine, whatever.
Brandon, you go first.
Yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
As much of a pain in the ass as KD has been to my team, I since I've seen more of KD and SGA is a little bit newer to the league, I chose KD. Granted, he likes to chase rings now, but you see how that ended up for him. It failed, and I wouldn't be shocked if he made it out of the league here shortly. Because all of our guys, like, seriously, we're getting old. Freaking these guys, like, basically started in the league when we were, freaking kids, like, fresh out of high school. And, like, the more you think about it, like, it just makes me, like, sick. Especially, like, I mean, I'm not really I'm a Laker fan, but I'm not a LeBron fan. So it's kind of, like, difficult. And it's just, like, seeing guys like SGA coming in and doing what they're doing, it's actually a breath of fresh air, especially when all our older guys are getting to the point where, like, their career is about to finish up. But sorry, my ADHD brain is going a little senile tonight. But the fact that I've seen KD more, and especially OKC when he was giving us hell, not necessarily, I would say, the playoffs, but more so the regular season. He was a pain in our ass. So, and SGA, not so much, really. I mean, he's been like, I feel like he's improving and doing his thing. Sorry, Brad. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, dog. SGA is going to win the MVP, but only because they're sick and tired of Joker winning the award. I'm a pro Joker guy. Hey, that's my Colorado.
Yeah.
In me. So.
All right, Brad, let's hear it.
All right, man. So this one was tough for me, man. Obviously, growing up and being a Thunder fan, man. I loved KD. I mean, KD was part of the reason I chose to be a Thunder fan. I enjoyed watching him his year at Texas. The dude was a freak. And then when he got drafted, I just kind of followed along. And then they moved the team to Oklahoma City. And, man, I just jumped into it and kept going with it. So, like, I've always enjoyed KD. Even though he left the way he left, I still appreciate what he did for us. As far as SGA goes, it was close for me, but honestly, I'm going to give KD the slight nod. If I were to put a vote into this thing, I would probably be 51-49, and it all hinges on this postseason, in my opinion. If
I do like that.
Can go out
Year,
there,
man.
Matt. If he can go out there, first of all, if he can win the MVP, 50-50. If he can go and win a championship,
Joker. Sorry.
it's 80-20 at that point, man. It is all SGA because that is the one thing KD could not do, and he had it, dude. He had it, man. He blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors in 2016. Blew it because he couldn't step up in Game 6, home game, by the way. So could have took the series right there in Oklahoma City, let it go back to San Francisco, and end up losing in Game 7. And man,
Oh, Dean said,
Dean, you don't know this? Hey, that reminds me. Can I intervene, fellas?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, but little backstory. So I started out as a Chicago Bull fan, like way back in the day, just because of Jordan. And I will be honest with you, Dean. I don't know if you remember this or not, but the pesky Seattle Supersonics were OKC before they moved to OKC.
Sean Kemp, Gary Payton,
Their efforts.
Deflin Shrimp, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. The German.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
now, sorry guys. Brad, were you a Seattle fan back in the day when they were?
Yeah, I rooted for them kind of, but obviously I was really young back then, so I didn't really
Understandable.
focus too much. But I mean, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Deflin Shrimp, man.
Underrated superstar that played for the Seattle Supersonics.
Yep.
Rashard Lewis.
Oh yeah.
I was a big Rashard Lewis, and then when Ray Allen went there.
Hey, I always forget he went there.
Yeah, y'all are forgetting somebody else. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out. Unless you said it, because I don't think I heard any of you say it.
Which one?
Lewis.
Point guard. Pretty
Point
sure.
guard?
Yeah.
Gary Payton?
Thank you.
I said
said Gary Payton. You did?
Yeah, I said it too. I said Kemp and Payton first.
Okay.
Kemp and Payton, man.
They go together. They're like Pippen and Jordan. They go together. Like if you name one, you kind of have to name the other one.
Facts.
Exactly.
And we both did.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to turn up my hearing aids.
But yeah, man. He wins this thing. If the OKC can finish this journey they've been on this season, dominating these teams, man, he takes the cake over KD, and it's going to be lopsided at that point because that's the one thing KD did not do. He scored a lot of points, right? He had 3 scoring titles? From City. Scored a lot of buckets. Give him that. Won an MVP. Give him that. But when it came down to it and it was time to win, every time he came out and he just took a dump. He did not perform. And that was in the finals in 2012 against the Heat and LeBron.
Yep.
They all of them just disappeared. Even Westbrook, Harden, all of them. They all 3 disappeared. And now this is the chance. So if SGJ can do this, man, he takes the reign and he's awesome, man. And yes, Dean, they are the number 1 overall seed with 68 wins, I think.
Yeah, 68.
2 years in a row, number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So
last year was overachievement too. They had no business being there.
I cannot believe.
So this is where I'm at on this poll. I went back and I took the best 3 years from each one of them. KD's best 3 years was 30-4, 32-5, and 28-4. SGA
with OKC, right?
With OKC, yeah. I just went OKC.
Okay.
Just in the last 3 years alone at OKC, SGA has been 31-6, 30-6, 32-6. Okay, so as far as scoring, you have to give the edge to SGA just for their best 3 years apiece.
Yeah.
I do agree with you, Brad. I think this postseason is going to either jump KD or he's still going to be below him. But I don't think it has anything to do with an MVP. I don't think they have to win it. If they get to the finals, SGA did more with less than KD did. I think we can all agree that
Yeah.
Harden, Westbrook, KD, Serge, I'm trying to
Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick Perkins. I'm trying to think of the other guard that they had. Their defensive stopper. Their 3-and-D guy.
Robertson.
Roberson.
Yes. Yeah. I think we
Derek
can all.
Fisher for a while.
That's a better team than the. I mean, who's the other star on this Oklahoma City team right now?
Jalen Williams.
Is he better than Westbrook or James Harden?
Nope.
Mm,
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He can't be, but right now he's not. And I mean, this is very. I'm not going to say this team is as bad as a Cleveland team that LeBron took to the finals, because I think this team would beat that team. I'm just saying this is kind of mirror image of a bona fide star carrying. I'm not going to say a bunch of role players, but carrying some people to the championship if they get there. So as far as for me right now, I think it's like you said, 51-49. If SGA just gets to the NBA Finals, I think he surpasses Kevin Durant as the greatest Thunder of all time.
Ooh.
I love it.
Well, I'm 50-50. That's where I'm at.
Mhm.
I'm right there with y'all because KD couldn't get him a title. He just couldn't do it. I've always said this about KD, and like obviously being a San Antonio Spurs fan, all I've heard the last couple of days is KD to San Antonio. I'm like, no, I don't want KD right now. I don't, because to me he's not a winner. He can win games in the regular season, but during the playoffs, he's okay at best. I mean, look, he couldn't even take the Phoenix Suns with Devin Booker and Bill to the playoffs, let alone anywhere else. I know a couple of years ago they went to the finals, but they lost, right? I'm not sure if KD was on that team or not. I can't.
Are you
remember.
sure he doesn't have a ring?
Oh, he has two. KD has two with Golden State.
Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors. But
Yeah.
But here's my thing: is does KD win anything if he doesn't go to the Warriors? The answer is going to be no.
Absolutely not.
Is
So-
KD's rings valid, or are they overrated?
I mean,
Overrated.
they're valid, but they're overrated at the same time.
I think they're
because of what
overrated
he
as
won.
well. I mean, yeah, I know he won the Finals MVP, but we could also argue that one of those should have been Steph's, right? Steph won before he got there. Steph won now that he's when he came, and Steph won after him. KD hadn't done nothing before or after, so you could almost say Steph carried KD.
Hey, thanks, Sports Nuts. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where I am. I mean, I think if SGA can get them to the finals, like Derek said, not even necessarily win it, but get them to the finals, he would jump KD in my book.
Right.
And I've always said this about the current OKC team. The thing I think that's held them back from getting far or even getting to the finals is just how young they are. So I'm excited to see what they do this year. I've been saying that for the last couple of years, like they're just too young. They're not there yet. They're too young. Well, I think that you have Jalen Williams. He's flourishing. He's like really good. He can shoot. He can score. He can defend. He can do it all. SGA. I mean, they have Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso is very good. Like, he's not a bad player. And they have some other good role players. And Dort, who's a great defender. Not the best shooter, but he can defend and shoot three pretty well. So, I mean, I do agree with Derek that this isn't the best. KD had more. I agree. So if SGA can get them to the finals, just the finals, I think he would hop KD. But right now it's 50-50 because I feel like they're in the same position.
Yep.
They haven't won the
I
title
hope
for the
I
team.
hope that they don't blow it up for a reunion with KD. That's what I'm scared about. I'll be honest with you. That's what I'm scared about this offseason.
Nah.
I hope they don't blow it up thinking they need KD to win and SGA, Chet, and KD 3 or something like that. I hope they don't do it.
The GM's too smart, right, Brad?
Dude, that's the best GM in all sports.
Sam Presti is not going to
freaking
do it.
genius.
I mean, if he's as smart as he's been, that's not something he does.
It ain't happening.
So here's a hot take. Let me see what y'all think about this. This guy, Sportsnut, says KD's really gone downhill. While he's had a great career, he isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, he's going to be first ballot.
It depends
There's
on
no
it
question
depends
about
on
that.
who's in that ballot with him when he goes.
I think the 2 Finals MVPs gets him first ballot.
Yeah, he's got 2 rings, 2 Finals MVPs. He's got some Olympic gold medals, scoring titles.
Yeah, I
He's
think
first
that.
ballot.
I think that'll be the kind of factor.
But I look at this. This is like and I don't even know if he's in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to say he is, but is Charles Barkley? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah, Barkley is.
Yeah, I'll say he should be.
If he's in the Hall of Fame with no rings, I mean, he was a great player. Don't get me wrong, but no rings. KD's going to get in.
There's a lot of guys like that. It's so sad.
There is a lot of guys that haven't won rings and they're in. And I'm not saying those guys shouldn't be in. I don't think you have to have a ring to get in, but it definitely makes it easier to get in.
I mean, prime example is so I heard somebody say this the other day, and I think it is a perfect comparison. If KD never goes to Oklahoma City, KD and Carmelo Anthony's careers are the exact same. Big time scorers, no rings, right? You have the Olympic golds, you have all the stats, but you have no rings. And now I'm a Carmelo fan. I mean, that's my second favorite player of all time. Followed him from Oak Hill to Syracuse to Denver. I'm a huge Carmelo fan. But he just like KD, he started chasing the rings.
Seen him in purple and gold.
And that's what KD's gonna do next year. He's not. I mean, the Phoenix is terrible. I think Phoenix breaks up the entire team.
I do too. I agree.
We just talked about this. I think they're all gone. Bill's gone. Booker, for him to even have a chance to win a ring, he's not going to stay there.
I still think Booker to Detroit or Booker to Orlando.
Yeah, I like Booker in Detroit. I mean, I think that would be phenomenal. I mean, that would take that team to another level where Detroit went from being the worst team in the NBA to making the playoffs.
Yeah, what a turnaround, man.
Yeah, I mean,
JB Bickerstaff should be coach of the year, no question.
Vandy Chris said KD is the most overhyped, underperforming superstar of all time. I mean,
he's. I'm telling you, I would love to see, like, if the question is, here's the thing with KD, if he didn't go to Golden State, would he have stayed or gone elsewhere? That's the question. Where would he have went?
Let Lakers. I'm telling you, man.
I think he would have left.
I mean,
I really think he would have left, to be honest with you. I think towards the end there, him and Westbrook kind of had this animosity going on there, and I think
they definitely did.
Now that's something I think is
the first game after when they played each other when he was in war. Oh, it was chippy.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah, it was awesome to watch. But I
think that's something we've got away from in sports is the chippiness. Like I think we talked about it Sunday night, Dustin. After the game, they're not walking to separate locker rooms. They're switching jerseys. They're taking pictures together. Let's get back to you're my enemy. Now let me get pissed off and go to the locker room for 20 or 30 minutes. Then after that, maybe we can talk. But like right after the buzzer, I don't need to talk to you. Like you just beat me or I just beat you. We need to go our separate ways. And they've got away from that. They're too friendly out there.
I think I said something like this on our show during football season. One of the college teams got just absolutely shellacked by like 40, 50 points. And after the game, they're all smiles and giving handshakes. And I'm like, what? Dude,
that's it.
I would be pissed off, man. Like, I just got my ass whooped. Like, no, when I got beat in high school and anytime I played sports, man, I wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to yuck it up with the dude across the way that just whoop my butt, man. Like, I'm too far away from that stuff, man. It's
the only person that's chippy and likes to do anything is Isaiah Stewart from Detroit. He's looking to fight everybody every game.
Yep.
And that's during the game. So I mean, I guess I'm cool with it. It's not like he's
what about that loser in Houston, that Dylan Brooks guy?
Dylan Brooks, Draymond Green.
I am. Yeah.
Dylan Brooks is he is trying to get in your he to me reminds me of like who am I thinking of? Who was one of those? He's almost like Kobe, not playing, but like he was.
He's like a Ron Artest.
Ron Artest, always trying to get in your head from the jump. Yeah. The ball is tipped. But yeah, I mean, it's
not true, but okay.
Where's Harlan High School at?
It's in Western Iowa.
Western Iowa.
Northwest, right?
I got a buddy that lives in Harlan County in Kentucky. That's what that kind of threw me off. He teaches at Harlan High, and I was like, well, wait a minute.
But yeah, well, that's where that stands. Well, guys, kind of tell us what's going on with Iowa sports right now in general. Kind of talk us what y'all are going with right now. What's popping off for y'all?
Brad, what should we start with first, man? Should we start? I mean, it's all positive. That's insane to me.
Yeah, we got a lot of good
insane.
things. There's still a lot of unknowns, but
Yeah,
there's some good things. We have a quarterback. We assume we have a quarterback. We got the guy out of South Dakota State. What's it, Mark
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski. I will put up a pretty penny for him. Paid $1.5 million for him. So
Wow.
Are y'all going to use him though? That's going to be the question.
Yep.
Yes, we will.
See, that's what I mean. Like, we're excited because we got this guy. He's got 2 national championships for South Dakota State. He's got, I think he won their version of the Heisman.
Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah. Walter Payton.
10,000 yards passing,
Yeah.
which is like unheard of in Iowa. So, I mean, we got a quarterback. That's the first time in a long time.
Have you guys ever watched FCS football?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, North Dakota State, South Dakota State. Yeah, we watch.
Especially the playoffs. Oh man.
We did a playoff show on the FCS during college. Yeah, I mean, we try to keep up with it all as best we can.
So I'm actually, you guys saying that, I'm actually shocked you don't know who that is, because so kind of throwing around the pace, Brad's favorite player last year, and I'm still going to give you shit for this no matter what.
It was fine last year.
Brendan Sullivan, who just entered the portal because I'm pretty sure Hank Brown, who is the backup from Auburn, took his spot.
He did.
So, which is good.
That was last year. Okay?
Which is
He
good.
was the best quarterback we had on the roster last year.
So this will be my guy, Gronkowski. I'll be the one that just gushes and oohs and ahs over him until he.
What are they?
Yeah.
What are they looking back? What are they looking like at the running back position? Losing Johnson, they have a decent replacement, or are they going rookie or
Kamari Bolton,
freshman? Not rookie,
and then
freshman.
Brad, I don't know if you heard this or not, but I think Jazz Patter. So it's like a 1v1, like a 1-2 punch, like Jazz Patter. I heard he got hurt, not like severely hurt, but I heard he dinged something, like a toe or something, in practice.
That's not good for a running back.
So, but he's my favorite running back out of the two. But
yeah,
at the beginning of the year last year, at the very first game, Kamari Bolton was for some reason they put him at running back 1. He's not bad. Jazz is the one. I mean, Kamari's got speed. Jazz is the frickin' feisty little guy that likes to frickin' bust you in the face. And Florida transplant here can tell you all about Jazz. So,
yeah, man, he's fast too. That's the thing with him. He is great. I'm surprised that he didn't get more touches last year. Obviously, with what Caleb Johnson did last year is unmatched, man. That guy's a freak of nature. That guy's a stud. So we don't have a Caleb Johnson again. So to answer at least that part of that question, there's not going to be another Caleb Johnson
that we know of.
We didn't think this would all of a sudden come up fruition, but it did.
Iowa always has played kind of my style of football. Like I love the run and play defense style.
You like boring football.
Now, let me rephrase this.
I'm speaking to other fans, not me per se. But
I'll tell you straight up. One of my favorite games I've ever watched in my entire life was 2009, I think it was, Bama LSU 9-6 overtime. But now they put up yards, but inside the 20s they shut it down. Okay,
I got one even better. South Dakota State, Iowa. Fun fact, Mark Gronkowski was the QB. Iowa 7, South Dakota State 3.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, now, do I every now and then, I wish A&M would win 74-0. Like, I wish they would put up 100 touchdowns a game, but they're not going to do that. But I just like, I don't like the 27-50 games, like stuff like that. I like it to be close, to be a good game. But just don't go out there and just wreck your team unless it's my team. Like I said, now if I'm watching the national championship, I want a good game. I don't want a blowout.
Sir, do you care about your health? Like, do you care about your heart? Because I feel like if that was me, man, I would probably be underneath the ground by now. No way.
Dean's comment right there.
There's
Brandon.
no way.
Don't forget those 7 points.
Oh yeah,
2 safeties.
Yeah.
That's the most Iowa line you'll ever see.
telling
right
you,
there.
man.
So I'll drop y'all another fun fact right up the road from me and Dustin. It's a little town, small town called Dangerfield.
Yep.
That sounds fun.
And they had a national record. It might still hold. I don't know. In 1983, they gave up 8 points all year long. In 15 games, they gave up 8 points. They gave one punt return for a touchdown. Then they blocked the extra point, and then one time they were punting in the snapper snapped it over the kicker's head, and that was in the state championship. They were, I mean, it was unbelievable. So you talk about low. I would hate to be the fans playing them. Like I wouldn't even show up. Like I want to watch you not score a touchdown. Like I don't want to watch that every time they play.
Did they turn up any good college athletes or professionals?
I think they had 2 or 3 guys that went to Baylor. 1 or 2 guys went to another D1 off of the seniors from that team. Then the next year, they were just as good, lost in the state championship game. And that team had more, but they gave up more points and stuff. It wasn't as dominant as the 83 team.
So kind of going back to Iowa football here, what do y'all think they need this year to put them over, to get them better than what they were last year?
Brad, you're gonna second me on this one, my friend. Linebackers. I am petrified of our linebacking core this year because we lost 2 of our best players, Nick Jackson and Jay Higgins, which you'll probably get to see him next week getting picked by somebody.
Yep.
But for me, it's always the defense. Another thing I'm curious about too is the offensive line. We here up in the Midwest, us corn-fed folk, we really are passionate about our line also. So basically, offense and defensive line and our linebacking core are what concern me a little bit. And I would like to see how our line, especially like number 1 would be linebackers, D line would be 2, and then O line would be 3. So I would like to see who the guys that are stepping in this year to replace those guys from last year do, because they're going to be the key to our success, not just Gronkowski and, the wide receiver core. Because I think the wide receiver core is going to play a big part, especially since we have somebody that can actually throw the ball to a receiver.
Yeah. Well, I mean, oh, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say that I think you kind of hit it right there. I mean, not knowing much about Iowa football, but I think this goes for all football. To have a quarterback of that magnitude coming in, doing what he's done, you got to be able to protect him.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be shit.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, you can be as good as you want to be, but if you've got to throw the ball within a second of snapping it to him, you're not doing very well.
Exactly. And it's scary. It does.
Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, for every team, I mean, I look at Texas. I'm disappointed that our left tackle's gone now. One of the best left tackles in football. Who's going to protect Manning now?
That's so crazy to hear that. I'm sorry.
I know it is. It is. I'm so excited about him. I mean, I know the hype's been there for a couple of years, but just watching him play the time he did last year, he's definitely different. Not to get on Texas, but he's definitely different than his fellow family members. Like his athleticism is.
He'll be better. I bet.
He's good and he has an arm. So I'm excited to see where they got a big.
You almost have to have. I'm thinking back when y'all talking about linebackers. You almost have to have a hybrid. You can't just have the big boys that are going to stop the run, especially in the Big Ten, because you've got Oregon who's going to spread you out. They're going to throw the ball, but then you got like a Michigan State who's going to run the ball. You got a Northwestern who's going to run the ball. So you need the run stoppers, but they also have to be athletic enough to get out and cover the slots, to fall back in the zone and stuff like that. I think the Big Ten is a great mixture. National record for fewest points allowed in the high school season.
Zero. Zero? Dang,
There you go. That's pretty good.
That's insane.
Yeah. Welcome to our life.
I mean, you hit a lot of it, man. I think for me, it's going to be how the offense looks in year 2 under our offensive coordinator. So we made strides. So last year, if it would have been Brian Ferentz, he would have kept his job because I think we averaged over 28 points. So Brian Ferentz would have kept his job. So that was an improvement. Obviously, it wasn't where we wanted it to be. And every time we played a ranked team, we just came out and just looked awful, except for the bowl game, at least the first half anyway. So to see how that evolves is going to be a big part for me. And then as well as what the quarterback's going to look like between obviously Mark Gronkowski coming in and then Hank Brown. Between those two, I think between one of the two, we're going to find somebody. I just don't know who it's going to be right now. Obviously, one's recovering from his surgery. So Hank Brown's going to be starting throughout the camp right now with Ben Sullivan and Portal. But yeah, that interests me. And then wide receiver for me, we got a transfer from Chattanooga, Sam Phillips. I don't know if you guys heard about him. So he runs about 4.5 40. So for Iowa, that's fast. When you're talking about a wide receiver coming to Iowa, he's fast. I'd like to see what they're going to do with him, to be honest with you. As far as defense, though, I'm usually not worried about defense. Brandon, he's a little worried about defense sometimes. I'm not. That's the bread and butter of Iowa, special teams and defense.
But them linebackers, though, man.
Plug them in, and that's the same thing. Look at what happened to all the other linebackers we've had.
I know.
Josie Jewell.
Yeah.
Plug somebody else in.
Morris. I do think because y'all are in the Big Ten, having that high, if y'all can, y'all might have one, having that hybrid that can, he's a little smaller, but he can play the linebacker position, be able to cover receivers. It's huge for actually a lot of teams. Having a hybrid is very, it takes some stress off you if you don't have the best defensive backs, but they can cover decently. But having a linebacker that can go out in the flat or run down the field with them, that's huge. I like having those hybrids. I'm a big fan of them. Kind of like Micah Parsons, but can cover more. He's more of a pass rusher, but can cover if needed.
It's not a doubt. I'm just nervous.
Don't be nervous, man. It's defense. But hey, you're right, Dustin, man. I mean, that's one thing Iowa has transitioned to. So we do only 2 linebackers, and then we have a cash, which is basically your hybrid. Yep. So they can play safety. They can come up on you as a linebacker. They can play quarterback. That's what Cooper DeJean usually played, a strong safety. But if they wanted to move him to linebacker, there was talks of them doing that with him because he was such a big, physical, but athletic dude. They never had to when he was there. I mean, that secondary was pretty locked down when he was there. But they run that right now. It's like Sebastian Castro. I think he was our cash this year. He'll get drafted, obviously, this next weekend.
On Saturday.
In the draft.
Sorry, a little preview. But
yeah, he'll be a day 2 guy or 3 guy, but he's a talented dude. That's the thing. And he's an Iowa football guy. So these NFL people love these NFL.
They do.
They love these Iowa defensive players. They're usually ahead of their age, and they just understand the game of football. So, I agree with you more. You 2 linebackers and somebody with like a hybrid is almost a must in the football nowadays with the way these wide receivers are built and the way they can run. It's a whole different game.
Yep, I completely agree.
I know y'all kind of been talking about some baseball in Iowa. How's things going that route?
Take it away, my friend.
Awesome. Here's the thing, man. You guys are from Texas. You guys are from baseball country, all right? One of the hotbeds for baseball. You think Iowa, most people don't think baseball.
No, I don't. Not gonna lie to you, I don't.
That's fine.
Iowa right now is battling UCLA for the top spot in the Big Ten, and
Yeah.
those two are 1 and 2, and they're up there. Oregon's probably a distant 3, and then that gap from 3 down or 4 down is so huge right now. Let me pull it up real quick. But
now, were y'all predicted to be that good, or is it just kind of came out of nowhere?
So we've been consistently good. So the crazy part is Iowa has actually averaged has the best finish in the Big Ten average the last 5 years. So
Okay.
on average, they finished 3rd in the Big Ten. They've had record seasons. They produced first-round pitchers last year with Brody Breck heading to the Rockies. And I think last year, yeah, man, they took four of our pitchers. 5 pitchers got drafted last year from Iowa of the 6 players. So you don't think baseball, but it's a pitching hotbed right now.
Chris said,
yeah, their RPI is not good. Okay, so they had a rough start. Listen, all right.
They did. It was really bad.
Here's the thing with Midwest baseball. Sometimes they don't even get out. Their first time getting out and playing baseball outside is when they travel for their first game. Not saying that Iowa had that this year.
Right.
But, I mean, we had a couple players on the show, and it was snowing there. They got 6 inches of snow, and he said it is a kid from Texas. He said he had never seen snow before, so he was out in Diamond doing snow angels and throwing snowballs around.
Well, you practice in the gym. They bring the mound in there, and
Yep. Like, so we don't have the privilege of like, it's time to start practice ball, and you just get to head out and keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, it's a different world when you don't get to get out in the field and you don't get to have those real life. So they started really rough, but they have turned it on right now. So they are currently, I'm going to pull it up for y'all.
Well, it's 9-4 right now in the 7th.
Yeah.
For the record.
They're 14-4 in the Big Ten, 23-11 overall. So
how about it all?
They lost 7 games early on, non-conference games and a lot of them they lost in the late innings. Their bullpen was rough, but as of late, man, in fact, they're tied for the hottest team in Big Ten right now. 8 of the last 12 or 8 of the last 10 they've won, and they're doing it hitting the ball.
Yep.
Iowa's averaging almost 11 hits a game.
Finally.
Okay. Wow. The bats are finally meeting up with the pitching.
They have some bats, and then their pitcher just pitched 2 weeks ago. Had a complete game where he had 12 strikeouts, and then last week he had 11 strikeouts. So like it's starting to come together, and Iowa's a potential good team, and they're actually investing in baseball. So as you can see, the field behind me. You already made a comment when we were chatting earlier.
Yeah.
That thing is every single baseball fan I've ever met. I'm part of a baseball group, is college baseball group called College Baseball Smack. So anybody out there likes that college baseball, go ahead and give them a like, man. And we got guys from Tennessee, LSU, Vanderbilt, and they all say the same thing. That field, if you're going to do turf, that's probably one of the best ones, if not the best turf field in the country right now.
Yeah, that looks like a beautiful field. Like,
I don't.
Do they have a decent NIL for their baseball, or is it not so much? I didn't know. I mean, I was literally asking.
No, that's the crazy thing. So
yeah,
we brought in 14 portal players this year on the baseball.
Oh wow.
One of them was an SEC dude, and the rest were community college JUCO dudes. So, like, obviously, baseball is a different world. Like, you can find talent from top to bottom, whatever league it is. It don't matter. You can find an MLB caliber player, top to bottom, in college baseball. So, I mean, look at some of the best schools. There are nobodies in any other sports. You got Dallas Baptist, great example.
Yeah. They're so good. Yeah.
Great schools, man. And so it's awesome to see. So, like, the coach we have there, I'm really the biggest thing for me is I'm surprised that none of these SEC schools or even ACC schools have come and tried to take him right out from Iowa, because all he's done is one game since he's been at Iowa.
Wow.
30-plus games a year he averages winning. And that's crazy when you think of a Big Ten.
All right.
Big Ten school.
Brad, I have a deal for you, my friend. We make it to Omaha. I will, as long as you get up here, I will buy your ticket. And
I will get up there.
We'll go tailgating. I
Wow.
will buy your ticket. You just have to get transportation. Well, not transportation, but a flight. We'll go.
Oh, wow. Boy, I like it.
I'm gonna tell you, and Dustin and Derek, same thing. If Iowa makes it to Omaha College World Series, that's must see TV because that stadium and that you want to see a flock of people heading out west.
Yeah, for sure.
That it would be a hard ticket, and then I feel bad for the opposing teams because that thing's gonna be black and gold. The way Iowa travels, man, it'll be fun. But we've only made it one time in the 70s, I believe. So maybe
I know I was kind of talking to y'all about A&M, and of course they started out 1, and within a month they were out of the top 25. But they are on a 7-game winning streak. So they're 21-15. So they were under 500 before the winning streak started. They're 17-9 at home, which is a little shocking to me because I don't know if y'all have ever seen videos of an A&M home game or watched an A&M home game. Imagine Kyle Field in a smaller version. I mean, the fans start like if a pitcher walks somebody, the fans start chanting ball 5, and if they throw another ball, it's ball 6, and I mean it is like the camera shakes. Yes, I mean they are. I mean it's wild. But for them to be so bad at home right now was a little shocking to me. But like I said, 7-game winning streak, so I'm happy about that. They're kind of turning it around. First team in the Big Ten is 3C.
Mean Vandy.
I'll take it. At this point of the way we started the season and preseason, we basically replaced almost the whole team, almost our whole starting weekend rotation. So the fact that we've been making it in and now we're projected in the postseason tournament, I'm all for it. And we just got to keep that train rolling. Can't let the wheels fall off, man.
That's right. So if y'all are cool with it, we're kind of going to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Go back to our basketball talking.
Oh yeah.
Y'all, me and Dustin did ours last show on Sunday night, but we kind of want to get your guys' conference finals, NBA finals preview. Who do y'all like? Where y'all at?
Brandon, I'll let you go first again.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Bring that back up. There you go. Keep it. So beautiful. When that whole thing went down, what the fuck? Y'all are crazy. So when that whole thing went down, I'm not gonna lie to you. So this is two teams in Dallas that have fucked me over when it comes to my favorite players on my team. I was an AD guy, and then hockey, I was a freaking Mikko Rantanen guy. And of course, Dallas fucking takes them. But so I never thought something as crazy and fucking chaotic as Luka coming to LA would happen. Like,
I will throw a hot take on that. I don't think Luka stays in LA.
I don't think. What do you think he's gone after this year? Or do you
I do. I think he is a big time player that enjoys small market teams. I don't think he likes that big lifestyle like that. He's more laid back.
I'm sure his mom likes it though.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll start with the East.
Man.
I don't really give two shits about the East.
Yeah, I have a little bracket here for us.
Obviously, Miami is taking it to the frickin' Bulls.
Yes.
So, man. So ultimately, I have the Cavaliers and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I would really like to see the Bucks. I do have a soft spot in the pit of my soul for the Bucks just because they are a Wisconsin team. And
You said the Knicks? You said the Cavs and the Knicks?
Cavs and the Knicks. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see the Bucks get over the Pacers hump, but for some reason like especially with Dame being out, I don't see that happening. I think the Knicks, if you guys are aware, going a long time, but I don't think it's as much of a rivalry as it used to be. But I absolutely hate Boston, and last year absolutely killed me. So I am fingers crossed, praying to the Lord that New York upsets Boston, but I do honestly think that the Knicks can take Boston, but it's going to be like 7 games. And I do see Cleveland winning the East. And let's go over to the side that matters the most. So I got the Lakers and OKC. So which reminds me, Brad, we're gonna if this does happen, OKC and LA, shit's gonna hit the fan. All right, we may have to not do a show for how long that series is going on for.
That's only 4 games.
Brandon also said if
games.
OKC makes it to the finals, he'll fly you out for a game.
Yeah.
He'll buy your ticket for that one too.
I heard that too.
The closest place would have to be like shit. I don't even want to go to Indiana. Freaking. So yeah, but I do have my Lakers and OKC. Now, unfortunately, I just the whole Houston being the 2nd seed really just blows my mind.
Yeah.
I did not see that one coming, but so back on track here. So ultimately I'm having 2 number 1 seeds in the finals. I know, shocker. And I have the Thunder finally getting it done this year. I actually had them going to the Western Conference Finals last year, but, that was me not thinking of how young those guys were. So that's unfortunately, I want my Lakers to win the whole thing. It ain't going to happen. But, Brad, you win. I got your boys winning.
I'm here for that. And all right, my turn. So I said it. Hell, when we first started talking last August, Brandon, we started.
Yeah, he was
talking about. I called this, and I'm still holding true to it. So I'll give you my finals, and then I'll tell you who I got in the conference finals. So I had Boston and OKC last August before the NBA season even began. I'm holding firm with that. Boston's so experienced and just so still talented that at a 2 seed that I can see them just sneaking their way straight through. The rest that Cleveland, they kind of remind me of the way OKC was last year. Maybe a little bit too early in their time. We had
overachieved.
Yeah. And just you put it together a little bit too early, but that experience down the road is going to come. I mean, they have Mitchell, right? He's got some experience, but other than that, you're looking at that's a fresh-faced roster right there for the most part.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I got Boston and OKC in that final, and then I'll come back to who wins that. But as far as your West goes, I'm taking LA and OKC too, which is crazy that a lot of us are saying that. But I got obviously OKC coming out of that one, and then I got Boston and the Knicks on the East, and then obviously I'm taking the Thunder because their record. Have you guys seen their record versus the East this year?
Yeah.
29.
It's insane. Yeah, they only lost 1 game. Yeah.
The 1 game was to Cleveland, and it was a close one, and then they turned around, I think, like 3 nights later and
beat them
30.
Yeah.
So if OKC makes it all the way to the East and makes it to the finals, they're going to win. Like that is my bold
I believe
prediction, but not really bold. I just think the East doesn't stack up to them at all. Nobody on that team.
No, that side is not, dude. That's not impressive at all. I agree with you, man.
What?
So me and Dustin both have Oklahoma City and Boston going.
Yep.
But we both have Boston going back to back.
Yeah.
And I think defensively Boston can match up with pretty much anybody. With Brown and Porzingis as a stretch 4, and then you throw in White, Tatum. I think they have enough to match up with anybody. But Dustin, I don't know if I said this on our show or not, but I will tell you my sneaky pick is Golden State going to the Western Conference Finals. I think they make a run. I think Steph and Jimmy I think we're fixing to get playoff Jimmy. I think they make a run. And I hate to tell you, but I would not be surprised if Minnesota didn't beat LA in the first round.
They don't scare me. They really don't.
Yeah,
They don't scare me.
So I'm gonna kind of tell y'all who's winning the series leading up to. I think the Warriors beat the Rockets. I don't know. I think the Rockets. I mean, they're number 2 seed, but they're facing playoff Jimmy and Steph.
Yep.
And I think the Warriors win that series. I have the Lakers beating the Timberwolves. I think Ant can't do it by himself.
No.
The Lakers offensively is going to be too much for Minnesota. The only thing that worried me about the Lakers is they've had surprisingly a better defense after getting Luka, which was kind of really shocking to me. Yep. But Vanderbilt is a great defender. I think he is their best defender.
He is. Facts, man.
Now, if LeBron was 10 years younger, he'd be. LeBron has to give too much up on. He has to do too much offensively. He's not going to give it both ways. He's too old to do it. Like he can, but he's too old. So I have the Lakers winning that series. I mean, I know I'm crazy for saying this, but I think the Clippers are going to beat the Nuggets in 7. I'm giving it 7 games.
A lot of people are saying that.
And I said this the other night. If Kawhi stays healthy, in my opinion, he's one of the best defenders in this playoffs. I don't care what no one says. Like I hate him because he left San Antonio, but he's been healthy this year. Surprisingly, on the second half of the year, he's been healthy. And the way James Harden has been playing, he's been playing like the Houston James Harden. I told Derek this other night. I think he should get comeback player of the year. I mean, look what he's done this year. He's actually carried the team because Kawhi was hurt half the season. Got to give him his props. I mean, he's playing like the old James Harden we kind of know. But the thing that worries me about them at the same time is they play a bunch of ISO ball, him and Kawhi. Everything runs through them too. And the Nuggets are the Nuggets, right? You have Joker, you have Murray, you have them all. Hey, they're stacked. I'm just worried about. I'm still thinking in the back of my mind that this whole coaching firing, it's going to catch up to them in the playoffs at some point. So I'm gonna pull for the. I'm pulling for the Clippers in this one, not because I don't like them, but I think the Clippers are more scarier than people think they are. We'll see though, but I think either way, this series goes 7 to somebody, and then whoever OKC plays, it doesn't matter. They're going to beat. And right now, well, we don't know who they're playing yet. We have to wait for the game. Is it tomorrow? The game tomorrow, I believe.
It's going to be the Grizzlies.
It's tonight.
Oh, is it tonight?
Are you sure? I don't think so.
The Mavericks and
the Mavericks. So the Mavericks here. So how it works is obviously
the Mavericks and the Kings play tonight, and then the winner of that plays Saturday.
Right. So the winner of that would be the. Yeah. So I don't think whoever they play, they're going to beat. There's no
you're talking about whoever gets the 8th seed. I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I thought you were talking about the Maverick game. So Brad, let me ask you this, Brad. Yeah. If Oklahoma City loses second round to, I think Denver's going to win. So let's just say they lose to Denver. Do they panic? Do they say, "Man, we did all this during the regular season. We need that. We need that other star." That's where I say about the KD fire sale and going and getting that other star. Do you think they do that?
No, I don't. I tell everybody this: Sam Presti is probably the best GM in all sports.
I agree. I agree with that. I mean, just look what he's done with picks and players. And
has the guy missed?
No,
not really.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
If SGA wins MVP, he had drafted 3. Well, I guess he didn't draft them. He drafted 2, but he had 4 MVPs that he acquired on his team between KD, Westbrook, Harden, and SGA. The amount of picks they still have is still insane. That's what's even scarier.
Mm-hmm.
He has a plan, and I do not believe his plan is to bring on anybody at this moment. Because, again, last year was such an overachievement. Even it, dumbfounded me.
Yeah, it was. Yes, sir.
And then this year, I thought, you know what, they're going to be good. I picked them probably at a 2 or 3 seed. So again, they overachieved for me this year. So honestly, I think I said last year to somebody, they're 2 years early. So I think the deciding factor would be if they can keep this team together one more year.
One more run.
They may lose 1 or 2 dudes that are going to want to get paid. Like keeping Dort, I think, is going to be a struggle. I think he would excel if he got to go elsewhere just because he can score. Like it's not he is a scorer, but if he is, he can score. It's not, and he can play defense. Like they is a lockdown defender. So I don't think they'd blow it up. And honestly, I think Sam Presti is too damn smart to do that. He's worked and built this thing. I mean, he gutted this team.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's just, and guess what? As a Thunder fan, I didn't even bat an eye because at this point it's like, dude, I got to trust what this guy's doing. And here we are again, back-to-back number 1 seeds, something he didn't do before with all those guys. So they were never the 1 seed at all, actually, with KD.
That's another reason. Like I said, SGA has. He's right on the doorstep of the greatest Thunder of all time. I mean, I firmly believe that. And something that you just kind of roll right into another point. MVP talk. I mean, I think everybody's down to 2 people. I think it's Joker versus SGA.
Yeah.
Brandon, we can start with you if you want. I kind of think I know where you're leaning. But who do you have for MVP?
Of the NBA?
Of the NBA, yes. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
Joker.
sorry. I've watched. Sad thing is, I've watched more Nuggets game than I have Lakers because of the timing of games. So where I'm at, I think we have the same time, Texas, don't we? Central.
No, Central. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock here. So
most of the this goes for the Dodgers too. Most of those games are at like 9 o'clock at night, and just like you're, tired sports, tired dad here. I'm usually in bed by like 8:30 now, but so like usually
I get up at 3:30 every morning to go to work. So
usually the Nuggets games are at like 8:30, and that's usually something I'll fall asleep to, and just. I've never seen a white boy play as good of basketball like he has. I mean, I wasn't really alive when Larry Bird was doing his thing, so I just seen more of him than I have SGA. I mean, SGA has a case, and people that say that they're, one should be over the other it's bullshit. It's pretty damn close. It's going to be like a 51-49. It should be close, but I do think that there's a little bit of voter fatigue, and no offense to SGA, but I think that's going to be another reason for the vote going towards SGA. But if I voted, I would pick Joker.
I mean, we could almost say that's the reason Embiid won, right? Last year or the year before.
Yep. And then look what happened. Then the Nuggets won the title.
Yeah. So you could almost say Joker. I mean, theoretically, he's been the best player in the league for 4 straight years, right?
That's ridiculous.
So I'll kind of tell you my point, and then we can hit Brad. I think I know where Brad's going with this one, but if you just look at face value, and when I say face value, I'm talking about strictly stats. Joker is top 5 in 6 categories. SGA's top 5 he's top 3 in 6 categories. SGA's top 5 in 4 categories, I think, something along those lines. So you would almost say, just face value, stat wise, it's Joker. But I do 100% believe it should be a co-MVP this year. I don't think I don't think you could say Joker's playing the best basketball he has ever played. Better stats, better everything, and him not get it. But I don't think you could take away from what SGA is doing as well. So I would be 100% happy with a co-MVP, and I'm not too sure that it doesn't happen. I think that's how close it is, that they don't want to punish either one for the season they're having, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be somebody's going to get punished for Michael Jordan for MVP.
Can they do that?
Talking about for Jordan?
Can they do that though? Like co MVP? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think Tim Duncan and
Kobe.
I think it was Tim Duncan and somebody won a co MVP before. I could be wrong on that. I'm just going to check that,
I just
but
don't remember ever seeing one.
but yeah, that's where I stand.
I will tell you this though, even if OKC, like say we go to the conference finals and play OKC and they beat us, I will root for OKC in the finals. I already said wherever I will root for them.
Yeah, I do.
No, there's never been one. I'm sorry, that was in the
Okay.
All-Star game. It was Shaquille and Tim. I know Tim Duncan was a coach something.
Yeah, I'll say I agree with Derek. I think it should be co-MVP because you don't want to take away from what either player's done, right? If they actually just choose one, I don't know how you do it. I just really don't know how you do it, guys. How do you choose one guy to be the MVP when you've had these two guys that are?
Yeah, it's difficult.
You have one guy that's playing the best on his team, and then you have the one guy that's the best on his team, and they're the best in the league, overall number one seed. How do you pick one?
Yep.
You know, it's supposed to be the best player, most valuable player of the league, but they both are. Like, really, they both are. Like,
Is it scary to say that if Joker actually cared about basketball, he could probably be the best basketball player that ever lived? Because this guy does not care at all about basketball. Let's just be honest. He does not care.
He's ready to get home to his cows and
his horses. Yeah.
Hang out with his brothers.
I don't think it would matter. I really don't think it would matter, guys. I'm sorry.
Is he the most unathletic guy we've ever seen play basketball and be that good?
That's the best part about him. That's
Like,
really the best part.
Three guys says if it's a toss up, give it to the guy that hasn't won one yet.
There you go. I mean, but again,
Brad likes that. Brad's like, yeah, that's correct. Yes.
But that's the thing is that's where I would lean towards SGA is because if you see this, like, look at the MVP seasons of multiple guys. It seems like there's a trend is if you see one guy winning it, you have a guy there, and then like they eventually give it to that other guy at some point because it's like last year you could say it was SGA or Joker, the same thing.
Yep.
Right. I think you would agree with that. I feel like it's in I'm thinking of like a fan, a casual fan. We're wanting to see a new MVP. Like you could give it to Joker every year if you want, and it's fair to say. Yep. But I feel like there's always that trend where they eventually give it to somebody else, and I feel like it's now.
Yep.
And again, you look at the wins too. I know you don't want to look at wins, but you have to, in a sense, look at the wins. And OKC has almost 20 more wins than the Nuggets do. So,
yeah. And here's the other thing on that. I think the Thunder have the NBA record for most double-digit wins in a season too. 50 plus. So not only is it winning,
and they're the best defensive team too.
Yep.
They're the best defensive team as well.
It's not just offense. They're playing defense. He's playing defense. So I'll take my pick. I'm taking SGA. I mean, he's been doing this for 3 straight seasons. Obviously, he didn't get it the last 2 seasons. And like you said, you could have argued last year it could have went either way between 3 guys. And I think this year, it sways his way. And 68 wins is going to play a part. 29-1 against the East is going to play a part. And the way they've dominated everybody and won by double digits and set NBA records on something like that, I think they're going to give SGA the award. And
probably
it doesn't curse him, and we end up not winning. But
I have how that works, man.
I know that's why I'm like, damn.
I don't think
I will put one plug in. You talked about playing defense. Jokic is second in steals. SGA is fifth. So, like you said, flip a coin, and I think whatever it lands, let them have it. I think that's your only way to really do it.
That's what I was going to say. Is like there's no wrong pick here.
No,
there really isn't a wrong pick. Like in the past, let's just say like LeBron's having this fantastic season, but Westbrook wins it. I'm just throwing somebody out there like Westbrook, and they do that because LeBron. I mean, I know people hate LeBron, but over a stretch, LeBron could win it every year if he wanted to. Let's Let's just be real. He could, but I say there's a trend where you give to someone, and they're like, yeah, it's time to give to somebody else.
Imagine him being on your team. So for the longest time, I absolutely hated this son of a bitch. And oh, hey, by the way, Sports Center report: LeBron is going to the Lakers.
Here you go.
You kind of have to
Give
put
it
that
to the Mavs,
little
Yes, actually, I think that's who we should give it to. That's fair. Give it to Nico Harrison.
That's pretty good.
Hey, and then on the front of it, you put his name and then MVP, and you need to put the chant on there. Fire Nico Harrison.
That's the new Nico award.
Fire Nico.
Yeah, because he's terrible GM.
Dude, I'm gonna do a hot take on this right here. I'm gonna let everybody know this. If SGA wins the MVP, the Nuggets will go to the finals.
Oh
Same thing
God.
that happened. Same thing that happened when Embiid won it. Jokic got mad, and he played amazing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see that going either way. Both
They've been on
the other way.
SGA could go on a tear and average 40. And
SGA's got that MJ killer instinct in him. So
a little bit. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Flip that switch on. Yeah, you're right. He could go for 40 a game.
He's got that Canadian syrup in him.
Canadian syrup.
It's all that poutine he's been eating. Leave him alone.
That's right. Well bought.
So go ahead.
Derek, I was gonna say, let's talk Masters.
That's exactly what I'm looking up right now.
I cannot wait to hear your take on this one, Brad. I'm curious what golf knowledge you have.
Well, let's just start with Brad then. Let's put him right on the spot.
Let's do it.
Do it.
What you got for us?
I didn't get to watch any of it, but all I'm going to say is I'm so glad that Rory finally got over the hump.
Yes, I
I've
agree.
enjoyed watching him golf for many, many years, and just when he just couldn't get the monkey off his back in this one, and he finally did it, and then it came down to the way it did. This is great, man. So kudos to him. I
got nervous. He blew a big lead.
Yep.
And I was like, surely not. Surely not.
When doesn't he? All right, peace out, Tim. When doesn't he blow a damn lead?
Yeah, I was watching, and then I had to take care of the baby, so I was messing with the baby for a little bit. She got a little fussy, and I looked back and I was like, "What is going on? What is going on? What up with?"
So sorry to change the subject. It's actually not really a subject change. What is your golf watching like? So I'll answer for me. I watch majors, and I'll watch if it takes place at a course by where I've been to, or if it's by me personally. So like the closest tournament we got here is the John Deere Classic, which is literally like an hour east of my house.
I watch the Masters, and I watch maybe Pebble Beach, TG Saltgrass, stuff like that. More, like you said, the majors. I mean, I don't watch any live golfing.
Live's trash, dude.
Yeah, I don't watch any of that kind of stuff.
It's so sad too.
It's what?
It's so sad too. They paid all those players, but the product.
Oh yeah.
I feel so bad for the PGA.
Yeah, I've watched Roy for a while. I've always enjoyed, even back when Tiger was still around. You watch Tiger because Tiger was just phenomenal. It's just like you watch MJ because MJ is just phenomenal. But one of my favorite things. Have y'all ever seen that commercial with Rory and Tiger, and they're on the tee, and Tiger hits it and it's a hole in one. Well, Rory looks at him and hits it, and it's a hole in one. Well, then Tiger hits one into somebody's house and it lands in the cup. Well, then Rory hits one, and and they just go back and forth, and they're just dropping it in cups and dropping it into. And that's really when I started watching Rory, because I was like, look at this guy, this white kid coming up here just going toe to toe with Tiger. I know it's a commercial, but either way, I'm like you. I'm so glad he finally got over that hump.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious to see if it kind of propels him to another level,
dude.
In the upcoming events.
At least two more wins, maybe one major and one tournament.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 2 to 3, and really put himself up there.
Yep. And I'm not big on golf. I'm not gonna lie, but I did watch the Masters Saturday, and I thought it was super impressive what he did. And y'all probably know more about the golf, especially Brandon and maybe Brad, more than me and Derek. Y'all probably all do. But who was the last one to win do a Grand Slam? Who was the last one to do that? Was it Tiger? It's been a while.
Probably.
It's
So
been
he
a
was-
while.
He was 6. He's the 6th career Grand Slammer.
That's beyond my pay grade. I don't know.
It-
I'm with you, Dustin.
Give me a
and
second.
I don't know, but where I'm getting at is where does that put him with the best? Where does this put him with the best of the Tigers and whoever that
I'll
might
be honest with you, man.
Yes.
How long did it take him to get from? It took him a very long time. Since
It
he
did.
started playing. So unfortunately, since I hate to be that guy, but since
Tiger Woods did it in 2000. That was the last time. It's been 25 years.
since it took him that long from when he won his first Master to completing the Grand Slam, I would put him. I mean, he's still great, but I would put him on the lower end of it just because
Okay.
it took him
Yes.
that long to get it. Now the other guys, it didn't take but nothing. You said 2000. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Tiger started in what 96, 97.
Yeah, it was 97.
Yeah. How many years was that? 3. There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And-
Tiger
and-
knocked it out pretty quick.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, I'm not taking away from it. It's just he almost blew it. That's the crazy thing. And the fact that Rose was the one he almost blew it to after Rose had a phenomenal first day, second day terrible. You know, he dropped. I think he was like 6th or 8th spot.
I couldn't
that.
believe Bryson. See, now you guys got me going. I couldn't believe Bryson frickin' just blew that.
Shambo, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
And Shambo was like he was climbing, and then he just kind of fell.
I just don't. It just didn't make any sense to me because I thought he was gonna. In my mind, when I started the day Sunday, watching this, I'm like, okay, this is gonna get deep. And what's going to happen is Rory's probably going to fuck up like he always does toward the later end of the frickin' tourney, and somebody's going to slingshot in for the win.
And it almost happened.
Well,
It
he did
did.
do part of that. Just
And
not-
like,
Hey, by the way, and
Yeah.
y'all tell me this, I didn't watch that ending, but how does the playoff that tiebreaker, I guess, is what you would call it? How
You
does
just
that
go
work?
until somebody misses.
Gotcha.
Or till,
No.
if you shoot a 3 and I shoot a 2, I win. But if we both shoot 3, we go to the next one.
yep. And then I think they go
Gotcha.
from 18 to this is kind of weird. I never understood how they did this, like an 18 hole to a 10 to a
Yeah.
10 hole. I don't get why they do that.
I do hate that it was over after the first one. I would have loved seen it go 3 or 4. Go a little bit.
I actually was expecting that. I literally kicked when I was watching it. I kicked back. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna
How do they
And it was over with.
do they already have it in place? Like it's going to be these 10 holes we're going to play for the tie. Is that kind of something that's already set in stone before this
Yeah, I
all
think so.
starts? Like,
I
okay,
think so. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like spur of the moment. Hey guys, we're playing these. I didn't know. I mean, that'd be kind of cool in a way. Like you don't know which holes you're going to play because they're all different, of course. But
In my opinion, if you want to keep the tourney going, keep doing a par 3. Just stay with par 3.
Mm.
Yeah,
You'll
just
be
every
there-
par 3 hole. Yeah, I like that.
You'll be there all evening. I'm telling you. you gotta have a 4 or 5.
Well, we can kind of transition now to a little bit bigger stuff. I know we had talked about it earlier today about one of y'all's favorite players, Travis Hunter.
All right.
So
Chris, you still watching?
Let the negative guys go first. Whoever's negative, you guys start first, and let us positive people who actually give a shit about the Buffs. No, but go ahead.
I will gladly go because I have been. I actually have a background of Travis Hunter that I like
God.
to use when I
Dumpster
talk
fire.
about him. Dumpster fire. Can you tell me what he is the best at in college football? Besides saying that he plays both sides of the ball.
He's not talking to me.
he's
From
fast.
From what I've seen of him, I think he's a better corner than he is a wide receiver.
No, he said best at.
Interceptions.
Okay, he's
You mean
21st.
on
He's 21st in college in interceptions, and he is 7th in the Big 12.
Trust me, we've done this back and forth with him.
So
We're not going to win this debate.
how did he
It's 2 versus 2. Let's go.
how did he win?
How did he win the Heisman? I'm so glad you asked that. I'm so
Why?
glad you asked that question. Because I have no idea. I have no idea how he was not the best at either position statistically in college football. If you look at him at just and I did a little research today because I didn't have my paper. So I wanted to do a little research. Look at the last player, the last wide receiver to win the Heisman. Devontae Smith at Alabama. He had 1,800 yards, 1,850, and 23 touchdowns. Travis Hunter had 1,250 yards, 15 touchdowns. Travis Hunter was force-fed the football with no running game and not very good other wide receivers with him.
The freaking How many Colorado games have you watched? I'm not. This is not me going after you. I'm just trying to help you out.
I watched probably as much as I could. But that was on TV. You know, now obviously they're not on TV here.
No fudging line. That guy had no line.
I agree. I 100% agree on that.
It's insane to me the record they had with no line.
Say it
2
again.
years, they didn't have a line.
Yeah, they didn't have an offensive line to frick because Shador was always running around like his ass was on fire.
Yeah, well, we can go down that road. How they got saved in game 1 by Shador underthrowing the ball by 5 yards and the receiver stopping and him getting run into, or they would have lost to an FCS school right out of the gate. But if you look at Hunter and his receivers with no running back, and then you look at Devontae Smith's 1,800 yards, that was with John Minchie, that was with Jalen Waddle, that was with a 1,500-yard running back who had 26 touchdowns to go with Devontae Smith. So Devontae Smith put up better numbers in a tougher league with more supporting cast than Hunter did.
So here's a question for you then. So we'll do a little Heisman here. I agree. I did actually vote for GNT. Is the fact that was the Heisman finalist case this year was it kind of weak? Was that what it was? A little weak?
No, I think
Hunter.
I think it was just hyped. I'll be completely honest. Now I think it was hyped. I think that's the only reason Hunter won, because he played both ways. Okay, and they said Genty played in a not so big conference, so we're punishing him for his conference. But let me ask you this: if Genty played in the SEC and put up the same numbers, would he have won the Heisman?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, why? Hunter was still putting up the same numbers. So you're punishing a guy for his conference, even though his numbers were good.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I'll be honest with you.
If Hunter is a unicorn and he's special because he plays both ways, it doesn't matter if Bo Jackson was playing or LaDainian Tomlinson was playing in the SEC. Hunter should still be special. He should still be the unicorn. It was a hype train from game 1 because he plays both ways. He was not elite at any position that he played.
So the comparison I have with Hunter is not saying they are alike, but I'm just saying like the type of scenario reminded me of Charles Woodson.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because we can compare cornerbacks.
I think
Woodson had 15 more tackles and 2 more interceptions than Hunter did his Heisman year. And I had somebody told me, well, they didn't throw at Hunter. You think they threw at Charles Woodson? No. He went and made plays. They didn't throw at Woodson. But the thing that got me about Hunter, he had a 4-game stretch. I'm sorry, he had a 3-game stretch where he had 5 tackles, no interceptions. Offensively, he had a 5-game stretch. He had 0 receiving touchdowns, and his stats went like this: 2 catches for 17 yards, 3 catches for 26 yards, 9 catches for 90, and 5 catches for 55. Are those Heisman numbers? Are
Sounds
we
like
are
a
we saying
wide receiver.
are we saying basic stats are Heisman numbers now?
Apparently,
Apparently, I mean, you know what I mean. Apparently,
I thought that we did like I don't know. Like I said, I voted for Ashton Jeanty, but I do
yes,
like
he is. Travis Hunter is a bust. He is not big enough to play. He's not guarding DK Metcalf. I'm sorry, he's not guarding AJ Brown. Offensively, he's getting locked up on the line. I mean, I just gonna tell you like it is. Um, that's my take on that Heisman. I will let you guys. I do every time I talk about him, I go ranting, and I hate it. But I do not. I hate the hype. I hate the hype, and don't even get me started on the jersey retirement this Saturday for a 14-13 record that they have not won a bowl game. They don't do crap. Tim Tebow's jersey isn't even retired by the University of Florida, and he is one of the top 8 greatest quarterbacks of all time in college, and it's not retired yet. But Sanders is. Come on, man. Like
that one doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get that, especially with like all the players. Hell, I would even say Joe Klatt could get his damn jersey hired. He did really good for
Cordell Stewart. Why is it Cordell Stewart? I mean,
Michael Westbrook is another one, the wide receiver.
We've named 3 people that should have theirs done, and 2 people are getting theirs for hype. For hype, that's what it is. It is. I like Deion Sanders as a player. I like Deion Sanders as a person. I cannot stand Deion Sanders as a coach. As a coach, I think he is overrated. We talked about this about him possibly coming to Dallas. I would have absolutely hated that. I would have hated if he came to Dallas.
So I guess I'll say something. I did not.
How do you follow that anyway? But go on.
It's hard. Yes, me and Derek have done this back and forth. Can you imagine? This is not the first. It's not the second. It ain't the third. It's probably the 4th or 5th time we've talked about Travis. I agree. I don't think he should have won the Heisman. I think it should have been Jeanty. I'll say that. But I do think he's overhyped. But I do think he's really good. I don't think that the hype good is accurate, but I do think he's good. I do think he will be eventually. I don't think first year. I think he will be good in the NFL. It's just going to take time, especially if he goes to a crappy team, and he will because of there are good teams. I mean,
the hype, because of the hype.
I mean, there is the hype. There is a lot of hype behind it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's hype. Should he be getting his jersey retired? No. There's no question about it. And for him, and he said, I saw something he came back out. I don't know if y'all have seen this the last couple of days, but he came out and said if a team will not play him both ways, he is not playing football.
Okay. Oh, he won't be playing football.
You can't do that.
No.
I will agree with that. Like I said, I like him as a person. I think he can play ball.
Yep.
But he's doing a bunch of this. He needs to stop doing this. Him and Sanders need to stop doing this. Like, they haven't even made it to the league yet. Like, take a step back. Like, he needs to humble himself a little bit. Because he's about to get humbled.
Did you see his comment he made? Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know if he was joking or if he was legit being serious, but they said I might as well quit if they won't let me play both ways.
Yeah.
And he said if he doesn't go first overall, then nobody needs to even call his phone.
You're going to the Browns, buddy.
You're not going first overall.
You're not going to the Titans. And hey, if you want to go to the Titans, go ahead because they ain't got nobody to throw you the ball. I mean, the Browns don't either. But
if I'm the Browns, I'd take a dual Carter number 2. Him and Myles Garrett would be disgusting.
But yeah, I mean, going back to Travis, I said I think he's overhyped, but I do think he can be good if he stops talking a lot. He's reminding me of what Anthony Richardson was doing. He was doing a bunch of talking. He got benched for Joe Flacco.
Oh yes.
I mean,
so
let's. I want them to pump the brakes, stop doing a bunch of talking, and let's get drafted and let's see what you do before you start doing all this back and forth stuff because it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's overbearing. Like I hate the generation. All they do is talk. Me and Derek were just talking about NBA. After everybody shoots, all they want to do is celebrate after every shot they make. Like, let's just play the game.
Act like
And
you've
same
been
thing
there
for
before.
Act like you've
Yeah.
been there. And we
Yes.
said if you're up one with 40 seconds left and you hit a big time three,
Yeah.
and that team calls a timeout, freaking celebrate.
Mhm.
But one of my biggest pet peeves is don't change who you are. Like I look at Kobe and I look at Kevin Garnett. When they came in the league, they were bullies. They didn't change. Look at Steph Curry. When he came from Davidson, he would make a layup, he would make a three, he would get back on defense. Now he shoots, he doesn't look, he turns and shimmies to the crowd and just you've made 7,000 threes. Like freaking go back and act like you've done it before.
Right.
Uh-oh, Brandon's dancing.
Home run, baby. Never mind. I just said Shohei's balls, and then he just hits a home run.
But yeah, they gotta, I don't know, just stop talking. I hate when people celebrate after every shot and talk before they even play the professional game of football, basketball, whatever. Like, just pump the brakes a little bit.
I don't think he,
I,
I don't think he
I-
realizes how good everybody else is in the league.
well, he don't.
Man. He don't.
Well,
he
he went against everybody in the big
And
12.
respectfully, he was. I think what really got him is so he was the number one, I think, athlete in his class.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had 40 scholarships. I mean, to all D1 big, and he went to Jackson State, right? I mean, that's like a semi-pro player going to play in high school and being like, "Hey, I'm a bad dude." Dude, you should be bad. You should be hitting 7,000-foot bombs because you're playing against a freshman in high school. Like, I mean, realistically, now he went to, and he didn't do much. I mean, his first year at Colorado, I think he had 700 yards receiving. He still played both ways. Why didn't he win the Heisman his first year there? Because playing both ways didn't matter. It did not matter. The hype he went into his second season was the only reason that he won the Heisman, period. Deion pumped it up. I mean, it was unbelievable.
I do want to say this. It is. I think it. I mean, I know he's not the best at both positions. I think all can statistically agree on that. But I do want to say this. I think it is impressive that he does play both and has good moments at both. It's not like he's playing both and he's not good at all wide receiver and he's not good at all defensive back. Like I want to say that for what he did, I mean, it's impressive, but to me it's impressive, but it ain't GOAT status, Heisman worthy.
The best thing he has is stamina. I'll give him that.
He does. I mean, he does. He does. He's
the stamina Heisman Trophy winner. That's what he is.
But yeah, that's kind of my take on that. Appreciate all the likes on TikTok, guys. Thank you.
So we can. I know we wanted to talk about a little NFL, little draft type stuff. Let your boys talk. I know y'all had a bunch of Iowa guys coming in.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll kick it off with the obvious one.
Do it.
And you boys, I know
I'm
you
loving
guys
it.
have your eyes locked in on this one.
Yeah.
Caleb
Yes.
Johnson, baby. Caleb Johnson. That dude, man, listen. I mean, I sent that in the chat today of all the teams talking to him. I'm glad my Niners are talking to him. I don't think he's going to be there for us to snap. I just do not see it. For those of you who have not seen Caleb Johnson run, to me, there's two top running backs in this class, Genty and Johnson. And then the rest, though the gap is not very big, it's still a good-sized gap, to be honest, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
The way those two can run the football and the vision and the strength of both of those dudes is insane. I mean, Caleb Johnson, 6'1", 225, runs almost 24 miles per hour. I think he had the most runs of 20-plus yards as a running back in college football last year. If somebody correct me if they're out there, but the dude is you don't think Iowa, you don't think dude, for what he did last year, everybody knew he was getting the ball.
Yep.
Everybody knew he was getting the ball. And a few teams stopped him. Yeah. Some teams stopped him, but It's going to happen sometime. I mean, when you're only the one-man show, it's going to happen sometime. But
Well, look what happened to Genty against Penn State.
yeah,
Stopped him.
104 yards.
Yeah, but with that,
Still.
with the Genty thing, he had 31 carries, I think. 18 of those carries, he was hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And still, I mean, that's impressive. Like, and that's what worries me the more I look at it about Genty, is he was hit so much this year. Because they just like Colorado, they fed Genty, and Genty carried them. And that's another thing, not to get back on that rant, but if you take Genty off that team, that's a 3-win team. That's not a 3 seed in the college football playoff. That's a 3-win team.
facts.
But yes, I would love to get Johnson, but I think we have to get him in the second. I think the first, we have to get either somebody opposite of Micah, or, and I've said this to Dustin, if we can trade back and still get an offensive lineman and maybe pick up an extra 3rd-round pick this year or something, I think that would be ideal. Because it would set us up to get us a cornerback in the 3rd, a receiver in the 3rd. But I think the offensive line has to be our number one priority, because it doesn't matter if we have Derrick Henry back there. If our offensive line is atrocious, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I really, kind of speaking of that, like Dallas needs a left tackle. It's the blind side for most quarterbacks. And the left tackle last year was a rookie, and he's probably better, maybe. I don't know, but he looked terrible. It was I think Geyer from Oklahoma, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for them to get Banks,
Mm-hmm.
maybe move the other guy to the right, because Banks, I think he would come in and be a great left tackle right off the jump. I want them to go offensive line too, but I do know the running back position is a big need as well. So I would agree. I think we need I really would love them to get Johnson. That's like my 2. But I wouldn't be mad if they got Hampton from North Carolina. He's not on that level. He's not Genty. He's not Johnson. Because the question is Johnson and Genty going to be there for us to grab in the 2nd round? That's the question.
I think so. I think Genty's going to the Raiders at 6. I bet.
I've seen that a bunch.
And I think you guys are going to get Hampton.
Don't say that.
Hampton's, I bet. I wouldn't mind.
Johnson will be in the 2nd.
That's where I hope we can snag him. I really don't think we go running back. Well, I really don't think. I hope we don't. You never know with our front office.
I don't trust our front office.
But see, I'll tell you what. I like the Ohio State running backs over Hampton, and I think Hampton's really good. But Henderson, both of them. I like both of them. I think they're both very well.
More.
They're very well between the tackles. And I've said this before. I don't know if I put it with you guys, but when was Dak great? Okay, there's one answer to this. His rookie season. Why was Dak great his rookie season? Offensive line, and he had an amazing running game.
Yep.
Dak cannot lead a team. Dak has to be a second option to a running game. If we establish the run, I think Dak will thrive, especially with CD coming on. If we get a receiver in the 3rd, 4th round, something like that. And I think this receiving class is so deep. I mean, you've got 3 that you could snag from Colorado. I mean, really. I mean, Jimmy Horn in the 6th would be an absolute steal. A steal. But I think you have to establish a run. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you this. I said this when Dak signed his 5-year deal. Dak Prescott will win a championship, but it will be for a different team. It will not be for the Cowboys. He will get somebody. He will have a good 4th year, and somebody will think, "Man, we're a Dak Prescott away from a Super Bowl," and they'll trade the farm for him, 2 or 3 first, couple players, and he'll go get him a ring. I don't know where it'll be, but I really believe that.
So we talk about getting Johnson in the second round, right?
I would love it.
You guys have the 44th pick, right? Or 43rd?
Yes.
44th.
Yes.
Are you in? Oh yeah, you're in the.
You know who 43 is?
Mm-mm.
49ers. And they're talking to Johnson. So this could be interesting, man.
I mean, you really need a back because McCaffrey is hurt all the time.
And we let go of all of our backs.
And all the backs are gone.
We let
So
go
we would
all-
almost have to move up,
so
which would be ideal if we move back in the first. We could use a pick that we have to move ahead of you guys, unless y'all jump us again after that, and that would suck too.
I honestly think if he's there at 43, they're going to take him because CMC is – we got maybe another year with him, honestly. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, last year – not last year, but the year before we went to Super Bowl, he stayed healthy. But then he got back to his ways, and now he just can't come back from that Achilles injury. So
God damn Hill.
we're taking an offensive lineman in the first round, and I think we get the tackle from LSU. I think we're going to take him at 11.
Campbell?
Yep. I think we really are. Either way, I don't care who's there. I think we're taking whatever the top tackle is left in the draft. If Campbell, for some reason, moves up, we're taking the next because we have to find some protection. Because, again, Trent Williams, he's getting old. Like, they're preparing for the future. They sent half the team packing. Let's be real. And they acquired 11 picks, I think, this draft.
A little fun fact for you. Trent Williams went to school like 10 minutes from me and Dustin.
Yeah, like 10, 15 minutes from where we went.
Literally right up the road.
Yeah.
High school?
Dang.
Yeah.
Beaut.
Yeah, long view. We're
Longview.
10 minminutes from there.
And now that guy's going to be a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, he comes back every summer and does a
football camp.
youth football camp. He comes back and he'll bring 2 or 3 pro guys with him. I mean, he's big in the community.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, you don't really know that because when you see him, he's always punching Richard Sherman in the face or throwing somebody on the ground, and then he's good in the community. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that, man.
Yeah, I really think Johnson's the running back. Like I know Genty's there, but like I do think the Raiders are going to pursue him big time. So I really think it's after Genty, it's like, where's Johnson going? I think that's the next running back off the board.
Yeah.
And I mean, it really depends. It depends too. Like it depends on what style running back you're wanting. I don't know the order off the top of my head of teams besides Dallas, but kind of speaking on Dallas, I think we said this. I don't trust the front office. They're probably going to do the complete opposite of what we want them to do because that's what Jerry does. He never listens to no one but his 89-year-old brain that's completely fried and has been fried. I mean, no, please don't. You can please say it. Like I've been contemplating if it's time for me to change teams because I just don't know what we're doing. Like we save all this money. He restructured these deals and he has done absolutely nothing with it. Now I don't know if he's paying that to Micah. I don't know what he's doing with it, but he hasn't done anything in this offseason. Derek would send us stuff saying, "Hey, I think I'm going to do this." I'm like, Derek, come on. There's no way you trust they're going to do this, right? Like it's Dallas Cowboys we're talking about. It's Jerry Jones, and he don't do it. Like I'm thinking like there's Von Miller's out there. Why don't you go get him for cheap?
Yep. Veteran.
Why are you veteran deal? He's sitting there. I just don't know what Dallas is doing. They're not going to pick Johnson even if he's there because that's what Jerry would do. I hate being that way, but Jerry was not going to do what the team needs. It's whatever he wants, not what the team needs, but it's what Jerry wants to do. And that's the thing that sucks about the Cowboys.
But I've said this before. The reason Jerry doesn't make moves after he's done something, like say trade deadline, if he trades for somebody, that means the team that he put together in the offseason failed. And he will not admit to failing. He'd rather ride it out and then make something happen in the next offseason. Chris Bell, Denver wants a running back. They can have any running back on the Cowboys roster for their first round pick. We'll give y'all Ezekiel Elliott for your first round pick this year.
Johnson's been talking to them too. So
I know. What about you, Brandon? What about the Packers? What are you looking for?
Give us a little credit, man. We're hosting the draft this year, and
I know.
And your boy's gonna be there. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm going to Disneyland, basically, in my eyes.
That's it.
So, Texas guys, I gotta ask you a question because the ultimate guy I want, and just like with your front office issues, we don't really have that. We just a bunch of us rednecks, we own it. I don't have a share. I wanted to, but every time they sell the shares for the company, I don't have $200 to $300 at that time to spend. So I'm not an owner, so I can't say shit. But anyway, so that who I really want is that Arizona guy, but I have a bad feeling we're not going to get him.
McMillan,
So,
the wide receiver.
yeah,
McMillan.
we're going to
I
go
want him too.
fast forward. There's two guys I want, and I know both of you Texans can answer this for me. So we need a wide receiver and we need an edge. So I'm looking at Matthew Golden and Shamar Stewart. I would like you guys to go your college teams. I want you to tell me, pitch them, give me pros and cons for both of them.
Go ahead, Dustin. I'll let you start.
Well, I'm a big Texas fan, so obviously Matthew Golden was huge for them this year.
Mhm.
I actually think coming in this year it was Isaiah Bond, Golden, and so forth. Well, I thought Golden was their best receiver this year.
Right.
I think he's not your fast guy. I think he's more of your deep threat guy.
That's
my
what we
opinion.
need.
He's
That's
more of a deep
exactly what we
threat. He could be his body and stuff, how he's built. He's a really good run blocker, which is huge.
Yeah.
I think when we talk about offensive line, but people forget offensive linemen, you need blocking, but you also need those receivers that can block, right? Like DK Metcalf, a fantastic run blocker, as he should. He's freaking huge, right? He's built like a tight end, but plays receiver, you know? I think he's a great run blocker. He's a really good deep threat. He's a great route runner. The only thing you're missing with him is you're going to miss a little bit of speed, but I think he has great hands. I would pick him. We're talking about Texas. I'd pick him over Isaiah Bond every day. He was fantastic at Oklahoma State as well. But I think he's a fun. I wish Dallas would get him, but again, they're never going to get anybody we want them to.
That's how we are too. So it's not nothing.
I think, if you're comparing, like, I think he's going to be better in his rookie year than the one for the Kansas City. Who was that that got drafted?
Worthy.
I think he's going to be better than Worthy in his rookie season than Worthy was for Kansas City. I do think that.
I like to hear that. That's
wherever he goes, I think he's going to be better than Worthy was his freshman year.
Here.
Yeah, he's good. Matthew Golden's going to be a steal for whoever gets him. I think he's going to contribute day one wherever he goes.
Good. I love to hear that.
So
it'll be a good one if you get him.
Shamir Turner is 6'4". Turner is 6'4", 300 pounds.
Damn.
Lines up in the A gap and causes havoc. He has, in the last 3 years, he has 20 solo tackles, 16 solo tackles, and 13 solo tackles, all while getting double teamed. You can go back and look at the film. He stuffs whatever gap he is in. Every game that he's played in the last 3 years, if you go watch, I just literally watched an NFL draft analyst breakdown of him. That's why I'm very high up on this. Anytime it was ran, the back always bounced it out or had to cut back because the gap where he was stuffed. It was closed up. Okay, and because he was double teamed the whole time. Now, he's still getting 15 plus tackles a game. I'm sorry. I mean, a year, not a game. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, he's had 36 total tackles last year, 33 the year before that, and 32 the year before that. So even though it's bouncing or it's moving down the line, he can trace down the line. He is sideline to sideline. He's had 17 sacks in the last 3 years total. So he's getting to the quarterback. And being in the North, I mean, you've got Detroit, who two massive running backs, but not a very agile quarterback. So he can get to the quarterback. You've got Chicago, not a very good quarterback. Then you've got he's horrible. I don't. That's another Travis Henry rant on that Caleb Williams, but I won't go down that road.
Oklahoma, right? Is that why?
No, just I don't think he was overhyped as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got Minnesota, who you don't even know what kind of quarterback they're throwing out. A rookie, JJ McCarthy, maybe. So I think Turner is going to be a menace inside. I would, if I had to say what I think his career could be, I would say Warren Sapp, but more agile. I think he's a little bit more agile than Warren Sapp. So that would be my pitch for who I would take. But like Dustin said, and I'm a non-biased sports person. Matthew Golden would be still for anybody. I mean, if you're looking, I don't like the McClendon from Arizona. Not a big fan of his, especially when he came out and said that he doesn't watch film. Like, I need a guy that watches film. I need a guy that's going to at least know what the crap's going on.
Right.
So that really kind of dropped him in my wide receiver board a lot, actually. Are you still live? We're a figment of your imagination, Dean. We are not live.
Dean, we here, brother.
Boomer Dean.
We're talking everything, buddy.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah, that's who would be your take? I mean, if you had to take one, just who helps y'all right now?
I want a wide receiver. I would go Golden.
You go Golden?
Yeah. I wanted to get Metcalf, to be honest with you, before that whole little spiel went down. But, you know, they love their money. So, and it's just our thing with us is like, I was thinking about the Trey Hendrickson. I was really expecting us to go after him. Shocker, because usually we don't do anything like you guys don't. But I don't know what it is about Goody. He really wants to do the youth movement when it comes to like our wide receivers and our freaking defenders this year. For some reason, he's all about youth. And we pride ourselves on being the youngest team in the NFL. It's like 2 years in a row now. So
you brought up DK. Me and Dustin kind of talked about this. Do you think he works well with Pickens in Pittsburgh? Where would you rank that duo?
It's gonna be hilarious. I really wish Hard Knocks was gonna be in Pittsburgh. That would be so entertaining.
Yeah,
watching those two go at it would be so funny because they're both divas.
And me and Dustin also talked about this. Where do you see Shedeur Sanders getting drafted?
I think he's gonna drop.
I do too.
I think he's gonna go to the Steelers.
That's what we said.
We said the same thing.
Steelers or the Rams.
And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I really want to see my old quarterback retire, but if he's going to go anywhere, he better not pull that Brett Favre bullshit. So I'm hoping I would if I
said the same thing, Derek. You remember that? I was like, "Well, this is Minnesota."
I will scream and probably fuck up this laptop. I'm not even saying that. I dealt with it once. Okay, I was young and I dealt with it with booze, and now I'm a dad and a husband. I don't know how I would do it this time. I mean, pain pills or what? I'm not doing it again. So I was just the whole thing back and forth. I think I saw a take on this, and they said that this is going to sound crazy to you guys, but he would be a great mentor for Shedeur. I'll have to find the link for you guys to read this because it blew my mind of how crazy that idea was.
He didn't even want to mentor. I will tell you one thing about Green Bay that always kind of blew my mind is when you had Rodgers, they never went out and got him a weapon in the draft in the first round. And then Rodgers leaves, and what do they do for Jordan Love? They go get
Jacobs.
Watson, the receiver.
Yeah. Well,
From South Dakota or
North Dakota.
North Dakota State. Yeah,
And he's
Christian
always
Watson,
hurt.
and he's always hurt now. But they at least went out and got it for him. Like they never did that for Rodgers. Which he didn't need it because he had freaking Jordy Nelson or Randall Cobb or Devontae Adams. So
he still needed it. Our thing was like line play was really bad. I thought. I mean, we had some ballers, but we just. And then it was either like that and our defense, or not, Jesus Christ, our offense made up for our defense because our defense was crap, except for the year that we went to the Super Bowl. That we were,
against Pittsburgh, wasn't it?
Yeah, our record didn't show it, but our defense was incredible.
I always thought it was funny that when Rodgers went to the Jets, he took all the Green Bay players with him. Like, it didn't work there.
The recycling.
Did you really think it was going to work in New York?
The recycled
the worst franchise. Let's go to the worst franchise and try it out.
Yeah, let's try it. It just was location, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe that cold weather's different.
Oh, yeah, right? A little more wind, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, Brad. You'd know more about that than I would. I've only been to Wisconsin, never been to New York.
Nah,
no, you ain't missing nothing.
Cool city and all, but it is what it is. Had to work there a few times. It's fun when you have to work there. You're not paying for it, but
that's right.
Well, guys, you got it. Y'all have anything else? I mean, anything we might have missed, Iowa sports wise or professional?
Yeah, real quick before we take off, are you guys big college basketball fans?
Oh yeah,
that's my favorite sport.
Yep.
I'd rather watch March Madness than anything.
No
ever.
kidding.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love March Madness. We
did
love
not
college.
expect that. Okay.
Really? I actually I could have went and played in college, but I didn't.
Well, shit.
Yeah, basketball is our sport.
I like to hear that. So we hired a new coach, Ben McCollum. Which funny thing is, check this out. So Minnesota got a former Drake coach too, who went to Colorado State before he got on to Minnesota. So Drake is out of Des Moines, Iowa, which is the capital of Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
It's a law school, and I'm telling you right now, I feel really bad for that fan base because every single one of their coaches is going to get shipped off to a Big Ten school.
You think so?
There's three of them now.
It's a breeding ground, dude, for Big Ten coaches. And now basically, so what I was thinking, Brad, maybe we should design a T-shirt with the Drake logo, but black and gold, because that's basically what our team's turned into.
It has, actually.
It's literally, we are Drake.
Yeah, I mean, we just got a new coach at Texas too. You know, Sean Miller.
A&M just got a new coach as well.
Yeah. We're
Buzz left for Maryland. Yeah, we actually did we did a network college basketball tournament, like a bracket thing. I mean, everybody, for men and women. I mean, we pitched in and everybody. Yeah, Dustin won both.
Must be. And I was doubted the whole time too.
I would have won. I was in first the entire time until my St. John's team lost, because I had them winning it all.
How much thought did you put into it? Did you guys do analytics and all that, or did you have?
Oh yeah, we did a whole show on it. We did an
entire almost 2-hour show on it. Yes.
I feel like if I had my wife do it, we'd probably do a lot better. But I wanted to ask you guys this too, a little kind of quick little jib. So do you think the whole Cinderella thing's gonna go away, or at least be dropped down to a minimum?
Well.
Because of NIL.
Well, yes, of course. NIL played a big part. I mean, this was.
I don't think not in basketball. I don't think so in basketball.
So, this year, it was the first time, and I think if me and Derek, if we said this, it was the first time in 18 years we had 4 number 1 seeds make the Final Four.
Yes.
So you had some upsets, but they weren't Cinderella-ish. Arkansas was the best upsetting team, they did the best, but were they really an upset because of who they had John Calipari, they could have won the whole thing.
Well, Clemson lost first round to was that 5-12, that 12 seed McNeese, and we had picked McNeese. but then the coach left, and we were like, nope, they're not going to win now. And then they they were up by 25 at one point.
Yeah.
I don't think he goes. I think because there are so many, there's not as many big name players in basketball as there is saying like football, and the money is not there. So like the NIL basketball isn't going to come close to the NIL. And so I think they are going to, one major dude's going to go here for that 1 million versus football. You can get 5 of them at 2 million apiece.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick Iowa? I mean Drake over Missouri.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait. Yes.
Yes.
Me too. I saw that
I picked Drake beating Texas Tech, I believe.
Ooh.
And they ended up losing, but I did pick them. I think I had Drake going to the Sweet 16. I did.
I like to hear that.
I did.
I
Too.
did.
Yeah.
I thought they were a phenomenal team. Now I knew Texas Tech was going to be a tough game, but I thought they had the team to beat them. I did. I liked what Drake was doing. They were on fire at the right time. They just ran into Texas Tech. I mean, and Texas Tech, rightfully so, almost made it all. You know, who'd they lose to, Derek?
Texas State lost to Florida.
Yeah, they lost to Florida, and that was a really good game. So, yeah, I picked Drake, though. I did pick Drake.
I can tell you. I mean, you guys say college basketball is you love it. Have you looked at Ben McCollum's numbers by chance as a head coach?
Mm-mm.
No, I have not.
That's all right.
All right, so here's his overall record. No, we're gonna get it. 426 and 95.
Wow.
He has 4 Division II national championships, 12 conference championships, and then his first season in Drake, where they basically replaced the entire roster after DeVries went to West Virginia and took everybody with him. He had all new starting 5 and still went out and won 30. They finished with 31, 32 games.
Yeah,
Mhm.
31, 32, yeah.
All this guy does is win. Would you guys have made the hire on that guy?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Why would you not?
Do you think that he can pull the guys to Iowa?
I do.
You got to
you
get
think
the
he
NIL
does?
money though.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the big thing is the NIL money. And if all you need is one person, I mean, look at the owner of the Jazz. He's from BYU. BYU got the #1 player in the portal. They got the #1 player in the class next year that's graduating. I mean, so that NIL money goes a long way.
Yeah.
And especially when there's only 12 people on the team, it can be spread out. You know, there's not 75 of them like there is in football.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's only
I
12. And
totally agree.
to me, Iowa is almost like a sleeping giant when it comes to NIL. A lot of people don't realize how much money is really there. But Iowa just paid $5 million for a wrestler. $5 million.
Now, let's be honest. So that when I think of wrestling, I think of Iowa. I'll be honest with you. Like,
Thank
but
you.
if I mean, really, like, I mean, that's just kind of
Means a lot.
it. But when I think men's basketball, I don't really think of Iowa. And up until the last 4 years, I really didn't think of women's basketball until Clark got there and blew up the freaking scene of women's basketball. Me and my boss talk about this all the time. You know, there was a time when I couldn't even tell you that there was a WNBA team. I couldn't tell you a team. And now we're scrolling on our phones like, hey, are you watching the game tonight between the Fever and the Wings? Yeah, it comes on at 7 on the Ion channel. Like, this person's playing this play. I mean, it is. I mean, you know, it's crazy, but it's interesting. And now, you know, I've got a daughter she'll be a freshman next year, and she's massive into basketball. I mean, that is like, matter of fact, last year, her 7th grade summer, she actually played varsity summer league basketball as a 7th grader. So, I mean, I mean, that's what she does. That's her sport. And so I kind of started picking up on it. That way I can talk to her about it. I can check out things with her about it. And so it's interesting.
And I'll tell you, I thought the Iowa girls team was really impressive without Caitlin Clark this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They made the tourney. I mean, they were impressive. They made the tournament and they were a decent seed. I mean, even after losing Caitlin Clark and going through that transition, they had a good year. So I was impressed by their women's team this year.
It's funny you say that. Have you guys seen the video of her dropping 22 points in 2 minutes on the men's practice squad?
All the threes, yeah. Yes.
Listen, I told people, I said, listen, if she got on the NBA court, she would score some points, but she couldn't play defense.
No,
Yeah.
she can, but she could score. I agree. She could do
score some points
offensive.
in the NBA. They don't play that.
Post her up in the. No, yeah, absolutely. Let somebody drive and kick to her. Then she'd be a great spot up shooter.
Dude, she could put up double digits all day, man. I would say that.
I think the Wizards could use her.
Yeah, shit.
I will say that I'll end with this. I do think Paige is going to be a better pro because I think she's more has a better all around game. I really do. I think she can play defense. She's a great facilitator. She's a true point guard. Caitlin reminds me a lot of Steph Curry. She's a great shooter. She's a streaky shooter. If she gets hot, it could be over with for whoever they're playing. But if she gets cold, they're going to struggle. And this is a super hot take. I'll do this all day long. But Steph Curry is maybe a top 5 point guard all time because I don't see him as a point guard because it's hard to be a point guard when your power forward leads your team in assists because a point guard is supposed to run the show, supposed to be – I mean, they're supposed to get everybody involved, and he doesn't. He doesn't. If he's not shooting threes –
he's a shooting guard.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard.
Yeah. Best of all time shooting guard.
Yes. Well, no, because that'd be Michael Jordan. So, I mean, what is that? What is he the best at? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that. But I know one of you, I don't remember who it was, said they weren't big on the WNBA. Right? Yeah, I remember it was one of you guys.
Brandon,
never a fan. Nah, can't.
It's definitely been challenging, following them. But I think now, with where the WNBA is going, it's going in the right direction. They're still
good.
They're still using the NBA money because they still struggle every year. But there are talks that they are going to increase their games per year.
Yeah, he misheard me.
Just scoring some points.
She could score 10 points if she's a liability on defense. She's never gonna.
I'm telling you, you put her on the Wizards. If the Wizards are playing Utah, she's going to score points because they both.
She could score 10 points. You tell me she couldn't hit 4 threes in an NBA game with
in the corner. Yeah, stick her in the corner, drive and kick.
Yeah, she can. Yeah. Now again, she ain't scoring 40. No way. No. But she'll score some points.
I'll give her 11.
Yeah, but the WNBA it's in a good spot. I mean, again, financially they're not. Still, they never have been. It's always, hey, NBA, give us some of your money because, well, we didn't make enough this year, and it's always going to be that way. But they are talking about in 27 to increasing their games to, I can't remember the amount, but every year. The plan from what I've seen is by 2030 they will be playing 80-game seasons just like the NBA or 82 games. So they must see something happen. We don't if they're already predicting that in 5 years to be playing a full schedule like the NBA. But the problem I'm having with an 82-game season, they just still don't have enough teams. Like they added the Valkyrie this year, which I think is great. It's always nice to see a new franchise in any sport, especially basketball. It doesn't matter if it's NBA, WNBA, because I mean I like all basketball. It doesn't matter who it is, but I do want to say the Fever are going to be really good this year. I thought they've made moves.
Yeah, I think they're the favorites going in.
I would favor them to win it all this year, based off of what I see. And they're a good team. They're a really good team. But yeah, I don't know. I like WNBA. I didn't start watching it till last year. I'll be honest. I followed the Las Vegas Aces because they used to be in San Antonio. I'm all San Antonio. That's all I am, basketball. So it is nice to see that they're getting better. And I guess I like girls sports because I have a daughter and I want her to play every girls sport. So it's nice to see the girls sports. I do want the girls sports, all girls sports, to be more popular. I understand that there's not a fan base like Brandon. You don't like WNBA, and that's perfectly fine. But I want everyone to like the WNBA because I do want it to get big one day. So they stop taking our money. I mean, they take so much of the NBA's money every year. It's probably millions of dollars. Not that they can't spare it.
I think they should drop the rims to 9 foot. Really? Yeah. I mean, really. Let them dunk. Like, let them dunk and let them do something cool. Like, that's literally.
Dude, Kyle. Dude, let me tell you. Oh, my God. Have y'all seen this?
Watch it too, dude.
Okay. Dude.
You're not alone.
Brad, how much have you watched?
Like almost the first season.
Dude. Oh, my God.
What?
Listen,
I was at a show.
Oh, no. the autism.
Listen. I'm telling you, it is messed up, and I'm very guilty of it. Me and my wife have watched all 3 seasons, and it's the best show I have ever watched in my entire life. Respectfully. Because them people on there are something else. I had to like really go and figure out what's going on with these people because I don't understand none of it.
Yeah.
It was a trip. Now, it's more of a women's show, I'll be honest, but I'm going to tell you, it's hilarious to watch.
Dude, I watch true crime. I don't want to hear nothing about no women shit.
I don't watch true crime. I like anything crime related. I'm big on murder mysteries.
Yep.
And,
I watch cooking shows. I watch Chef Ramsay.
The ID channel is my favorite channel. I love the ID channel.
Cops is good. Real life or body cam's good. Shoot.
Yeah.
I like anything crime related. I like the real stuff. I'm not really big on the CSIs. I don't like that stuff.
No,
but I like the real because I'm gonna tell you though that
I watch Tired Sport
I'm gonna say hey, thank you. Yeah. Someone watches.
Check them out tomorrow night. That's On Time Sports. That's Casey. They're with us as well. Him and his dad. They bring good content, and they are the comedy relief of the network for sure.
They are hilarious.
They are so funny.
When they get into they have characters they do. Like Casey acts like Jason Kidd. It's so funny. It's hilarious.
He puts on the hat and the glasses.
It's so funny.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
That's good. He's a Mavs fan.
Yes.
Are they losing? If he's still on, are they still losing?
No, Mavericks are up by 11.
Are they?
Wow.
Yeah,
Mavericks is winning.
56-46. 57-46 with 3 to go before half.
Well, guys, before we get off here, kind of tell everybody, I'm not sure who's watching, but kind of tell everybody where they can follow y'all at, and come in and watch y'all. Kind of tell them when y'all shows up, when y'all do y'all show.
Me? Yeah, man. So we are on currently. What are you laughing about now?
Who, me?
Anyway, we're on the Hawkaholics, so we're on Twitter and Facebook. Hawkaholics is under our name. Obviously, we cover Iowa Hawkeye sports, usually almost all sports for the most part, but football is our bread and butter. So usually weekly on Wednesdays, but we're actually going to switch it up, and we're going to be going on Mondays. So I'll probably bring out a lot more excitement out of Brandon, especially if Iowa loses, because when you give him a couple days and he calms down, he's a different beast. But when you get him on a Monday and a Sunday, man, it's hilarious. So
especially two games in a row. So like my Hawks and Packers lose the same weekend, it's over.
Bad news bear, but it's funny. But yeah, so we're Hawkaholics on the Facebook and the Hawkaholics 319 on Twitter, and we're looking to expand, but we're also part of the Villains Network. So shout out to those boys and Andrew
and them.
Yeah. So if you like some college sports, man, come check us out and come check out the Villains Network as well. And guys, thank you. We've been talking
appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
it's football season, man. Trying to connect. Finally,
it's been a while.
Hell yeah, man! It's been fun.
Hopefully it's not the last time. Hopefully we can do it again.
Oh, we going to?
I like it.
Damn right, we're going to. We're gonna do it after the OKC wins the damn championship. That's when we're
There
gonna.
you go. We might have to do a finals preview show once we hit the last two.
Let's do it, baby.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all guys.
Hey, thanks for having us, guys.
On and we'll holler at y'all soon.
All right, later, gentlemen. Thank you.
Right,
Good
Hey,
show.
real quick. I wanted to talk about. Well, I know you kind of mentioned it before we get off, though. I want to mention. So, if you're watching, well, me and Derek are gonna try to start something a little new for a different type of thing. We're not sure how often, but so we're gonna start we call it the Tired Sports Gaming. So we're gonna on Fridays. It's gonna be sports only. And this is for the community as well, not just for me and Derek. But we're gonna, be trying to go live and play, gaming, sports. Whether like this Friday, we're talking about playing golf. Listen, if you're in here and you game and you play sports games, hit us up. You can come play with us, and we want to interact with the community. Or if you just like watching people play, we're gonna do whatever games, and sometimes it might just be Derek, sometimes it might just be me, or we'll do it together, just kind of whatever was going on that week. But we want to do something new, kind of get us going live another day, and typically Fridays me and Derek are playing video games anyway, so it kind of works out. So kind of look for that on Fridays. This Friday we're it's gonna be fun.
We're gonna try it out. A little PGA.
We're gonna play PGA 25 and see how that goes. Playing a little golf and seeing who.
We might get a little warm up game in tomorrow night, depending on. I think Sean's available tomorrow, so we might have three of us rolling on it.
Yeah. So so kind of keep on the lookout for that Fridays. We'll post something like maybe on Friday mornings to say, hey, guys, we're gonna be playing this. If you want to hop in and play with us, let us know and we'll get you in, type thing. We want to do it not just for us, but for the community as well. If there's other people in here that do gaming and stuff, because me and Derek do that. So be on the lookout for that. Appreciate Hawkaholics, Brandon and Brad for joining us tonight. It was a great show. And Derek, was there anything else we missed?
No, man. I think that was a great show. Like I said, I'm hoping to do it again with them. Network Draft Show. Yes, next Thursday night.
Yes.
Network Draft Show on Time Sports.
Are we going to be doing anything Wednesday or just Thursday?
We can talk.
We haven't talked about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that because really what we would have done would be to hit up the draft stuff. So yeah, we can we'll hop in with Casey and them, let them host it and just roll with them.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yeah, sounds good. Well, guys, appreciate everyone for hanging out with us. We appreciate Hawkaholics again. That was a lot of fun. And we'll see y'all
Sunday.
We'll be back Sunday. Really kicking off the NBA playoffs. The playoffs start Saturday.
They start Saturday.
The first round. So we'll kind of recap those first games. And then just continue to talk about everything going on in sports. Maybe hit on a little baseball. We didn't really get to hit on any baseball last couple shows.
Diving into that a little bit.
And the hockey playoffs are starting soon too. We need to figure out that maybe Sunday.
Get AJ. I might get AJ back on.
Yes,
he can run with us.
Yes, reach out to AJ. He will know a lot more than we do.
Yes, he will. He will.
Well, we want to talk some hockey and kind of get the playoffs with that. So. Until then, we'll see y'all Sunday, and everybody have a great week, rest of the week and the weekend. And again, tune in Friday. We'll be live Friday playing some PGA. That's gonna be very interesting because I've never played a PGA game, so that'll be fun. So tune in Friday and check us out playing that for a little while. So we'll see you Friday.
All right, man. Later, buddy.
Have a good one, man.